again, it's Del here and welcome back to yet another vlog. As you may or may not know that I have a new page set up called Del's Kitchen Wimbledon where we are doing fresh food orders every week. So please care to check that out. So we have biryani Saturdays and we have dansa once a week, which is constant. Another day we have a new dish. This week it's Khichri Kheemo. This is exactly what I'm going to show you today, and this is for my food order, so it's gonna be a bulk pot. Once again, thank you to all of you who have placed orders. Keep it coming. Thank you. Today we're going to cook a very famous Parsi dish called Khichri Kheemo, which is essentially yellow rice and lamb mince curry. Let's get cooking. So first and foremost, we need to get the lamb mince cooking because there are a lot of onions that need to be fried. The pressure cooker on. A good glug of oil, which is around 1/4 cup full. I'm cooking for 10 people, but if you're cooking for up to 5 people, then you need 1 kilo of lamb mince. You need around 4 onions, and this is standard. So before you put your onions in the hot oil, we're going to temper some cinnamon, some whole cumin, curry leaves, and some cardamom. In go all these spices, and we're gonna wait for them to sizzle. And in go your onions. So if you don't like chopping onions, this is not the dish for you, but trust me, keema needs a lot of onions because that's main flavor that you're putting into this dish. So as you look here, there's a lot of onions to brown. So this will take at least 15 minutes. The more it caramelizes, better the flavor again. And it has caramelized beautifully. And we need to let it caramelize a little bit more. But before that happens, I'm gonna put a huge helping of ginger garlic paste, which is homemade. And I just roughly mince it. So if you're cooking for your family, then obviously you will take 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste to your 3 to 4 onions. So this is when things really move quickly. So now go your whole spices. So for your normal amounts, you would use half the amount of this. So you would have 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of garam masala, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, and half a teaspoon of turmeric, and maybe 2 chilies, or you can have it more. So let's put the green chilies in, give it a bit of a stir. But we need to just kind of fry the brown spices. So in they go. That for those of you who bought magic masala from me in the past, you could just be using that spice. It's more than enough. You probably need around 4 tablespoons of it if you want it nice and spicy for a kilo of mince, and a little bit of turmeric. That would be the only masala you would need. In this bowl I have chopped 2 small tomatoes for your portion of 5, or I have sometimes even substituted tomatoes with butternut squash or pumpkin. Just gives a little bit of bulk to your mince. I always wash my meat. No matter what people say, this is the way things roll with me. It's time to keep your mince in. So for your normal amount of mince, you would have 1 kilo. And when you put the mince in, make sure your flame is at the highest setting because that quickly cooks the mince with the spices, and mince will release a lot of water. So that quickly dries up and it kind of helps the cooking process. The key here, keep stirring your mince to make sure that all of it is covered with the spices. So keep stirring till you finally see that, okay, it's now looking like it's nearly cooked. Have a look, it looks like it's almost cooked. So this is where you put all the other things. So I'm going to put around 3 tablespoons of salt, and this is the chef and me coming out loud. Like it or not, I'm not a fan of ketchup, but it does give a lot of flavor to your mince. So in goes your 2-inch of jaggery, half of that if you're cooking for a small amount, and I'm also going to keep some vinegar. Now I have balsamic vinegar, but you can just put around any amount of red vinegar. So it's going to make your keema sweet and sour. Now the mince has released some of its own liquid. I have kind of cubed around 8 potatoes. You can keep as many potatoes as you wish. It doesn't really matter. I would keep the green peas in the mince, but I've learned over time that once it's pressure cooked, the green of the peas disappear and it doesn't look as vibrant. So I leave it right till the end. Our mince is actually now ready for cooking in the pressure cooker, which will be a very short time, but it completely breaks down and softens the mince like it should be in a curry form. And I'm going to keep a tiny bit of water. So the lid is on and I'm going to put the whistle, and when the first whistle blows, we kind of lower it for 5 minutes, and that's the end of your cooking your lamb mince. Here goes the whistle for the keema, and Now it's just a few minutes, probably 3 to 5 minutes max, on a very low flame. And I've now shut the flame, and we just need for it to rest now. And I'm making rice the draining method, easier for a bulk amount. So if you're making food for a family of 5, then 2 cups of rice and half a cup of mung dal. This is what mung dal looks like. So 1 cup of that with 5 cups of rice is more than enough, and it's really important to soak it for at least a couple of hours so that your mung dal swells up. This is exactly how it should look. Now I'm just going to wash the rice. So the water for the rice has been boiling for a while. Now because I'm doing a draining method, you can keep any amount of water. If you're doing absorption, if you take 2 cups of rice, then it's 4 cups of water. I'm just going to keep a few cinnamon sticks and a bay leaf. Also a tiny bit of salt, not too much because your mince already has quite a bit of salt. And because you're doing yellow rice, you need to take a big nice teaspoon full of turmeric. You might actually need more because we've got quite a bit of rice. It has to be really nice and yellow. So let's give the water a stir. Also need some whole jeera. Now this is Shahi jeera, which is specially used for rice. It's a smaller version of your cumin. So in goes around 2 teaspoons and your rice is ready to go in. This is the time I will put in my green peas. And because the mince is so hot, it will automatically cook the green peas. I have a garnish here of chopped coriander and chopped mint leaves. Now I don't keep it in, as I said, whilst it's cooking because it tends to go black. This will intensify the flavor of the lamb mince. Our rice is also ready. I'm going to drain all the water off into the colander. No Khichri Kheemo meal is complete without kachumber and sariyas. That's how we Parsis eat it, and a little bit of pickle maybe. This is the brand of sariyas that you must use, and it's the snow white one, white sago, not the cheesy ones. It's the plain white ones that will fluff up. I'm just going to test the oil by putting one in to see if it's hot enough. Time to dish up the Khichri Kheemo. Just gonna keep a few bits of crispy fried onion. And squeeze a little bit of lemon juice. You're gonna keep a bit of your kachumber, which is basically onions, cucumber, a chili and coriander. And there you have it, Khichri Kheemo, which is yellow rice with lamb mince, kachumber, sariyas and papads. Time for a taste. It's always a proud moment for me when I make Khichri Kheemo because it's one of those dishes where you can just eat endless amounts. And I'm dedicating this dish to my lovely, beautiful friend Hufreeze, who is so dying to have it. Hufreeze, please check the recipe now. It's finally for you. A little bit of rice, a little bit of mince, and a bit of salad. I love this. If this is my job for the rest of my life, I'm so happy doing this. Keep coming back. Please keep checking out Del's Kitchen Wimbledon for weekly orders. Please keep checking Del's Kitchen Wimbledon for your weekly menu orders. I'll be doing new dishes every week, and you'll always have the thumbs up and the biryanis at the weekend. DM me, message me, or just WhatsApp me and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching. Bye.